Okay. Hi everyone. So my name is Jason Tanely, and good afternoon, Mr. McRae and also friend. So today I'll be sharing about my ideas and also my research about the effectivity of concealing the law enforcement on bribery prevention. And so let's get started. Okay, so what is the issue? What is the thing that we need to overcome from this kind of problem? What kind of problem is it? Okay, so in Indonesia, many law enforcers, like police or judges, are involved in bribery, and it's a very common thing and normal thing here. This happens when their names or positions are made public, and people try to pay them off for favors, obviously, and it causes injustice, which innocent people can be harmed, while guilty ones go free. So this already becoming our culture, I can say, and this weakens trust in our legal system. And okay, so why is it globally relevant? So what is the relevance? Yeah. So even though my focus is on Indonesia and the cases is from Indonesia, this issue is not just local. Okay, bribery and corruption happen in many countries. No matter how rich are them or how developed they are or how poor they are, it's all the same. Every countries, or I can say majority of the countries in this world, has the same problem. So finding a solution that works here might help inspire elsewhere too. So yeah, it's a universal issue. Moving on. So what is my individual focus? So my research question, as I can say, is should law enforcers' identities be hidden to prevent bribery in Indonesia? And I propose that we try to hide or protect their identities. Why? So they are harder to reach and to be bribed then. And this can reduce pressure on them and help them to eventually do their jobs more fairly and more seriously. And what is the key cases here? So I believe this solution is viable because of it protects our law enforcers, I can say, from being targeted by corrupt people, I can say, yeah. And it reduces the temptation of money offers. And yeah, and eventually I read many cases that show how serious this problem is. First thing first is the KPK internal corruption, which is taking place at 2024. Yeah, so what is KPK? So KPK is anti-corruption officials in Indonesia, and these cases involve 15 KPK officers were caught extorting detainees, demanding money for illegal favors. Okay, and then another case is judge bribery scandal, and this is from the cases of from Surabaya, I can say, and this involve high-profile people that bribes the judicial people. So yeah, and then the last one is Joko Chandra case. So this scandal showed how public exposure allowed people to bribe specific officers, and these are just an examples, and to show how dangerous public identities can be in a corrupt system in Indonesia. And our source insights is from UNODC, and then from ISEAS also, and then UII, and also anticorruption.organization. Some supported anonymity, and some of them is not. So, for some of them that support anonymity or hiding or disguising their identity, has the concern to protect investigators and promote safety. But the others warn about the risk of hiding them because of it's losing the transparency, I can say, from the government towards the people, and this allowing hidden abuse, and we cannot know it because it's hidden. Yeah, and these different opinions help me to balance my perspective here. And yeah, and pros of anonymity, so we can conclude it become three. So the first one is increased safety or more protection towards our what can I say, for our officers, like for our officials, and also lower bribery risk because people tends to be more harder to reach the officers, I can say, because of the identity is being disguised. And neutral enforcement, so more neutral decisions can be made by the officers and the judge, I can say. The cons or the disadvantages of this anonymity is the first one is less accountability or potential misuse or abuse of power, and then harder to, yeah. So yeah, harder accountability and potential misuse, and also anti-transparency. Yeah, and because of like people could lose their trust to the officials if there's any kind of scandal because of the anonymity. So yeah, it's game over then. Okay, what I learned here. So what do I learn? Before this project, I thought the solution was simple. So it's only like one solution for all. Just hide their names and corruption will just stops eventually. But I've learned that it's much more complicated. Also, it's specifically in Indonesia, it's more complicated. Corruption is connected to many systems like law, power culture, and also economics and other things. So we need more than one fix or one solution here. So I believed that we need a lot of solution, a multi-layered solution for this multi-layered problems. And still, I believe this is a strong first step to reduce bribery risk because, like, yeah, it's protection to our officers then. And then, and then we can go to conclusion. So where's our conclusion? So in the end, hiding law enforcers identities is not a perfect solution, quote unquote, because I can say there's no perfect solution in this world, but yeah, isn't a perfect solution. But in the country where corruption thrive, it's a realistic start. So it's like just a first step for these countries to be more advanced in their law and create more equality on them. And for real justice, we need to protect both the people and the system, we can say. And it gives honest people a chance to do their job safely without any pressure from people who wants to bribe or others. And this is my sources, a lot of sources to be made because of this is correlated to law, which is a very crucial things in our country and also sensitive contents. And in the end, thank you for listening. And hopefully, this kind of information can give you more insight about Indonesia and the law in Indonesia. So, thank you and goodbye, Sir Maker and friends. Soti Hoto. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you.